Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the woods. As you can see, we got an empty fence line here. There's a reason for that. So, Sunday night, we had some major heavy rain, 6 inches in just a few hours. You can see my swamp back there is, I'm going to zoom in on it, is filling up a little bit, or it has filled up. It's actually starting to recede right now. So we ended up moving the chickens to some higher ground. They're right up here now. And yeah, we've been getting rain day after rain day after rain day. We are grateful for it because, it's been watering the gardens and this and that. But however, with all that comes weeds. Look at my corn, man. It needs to be weeded out pretty good. But the corn is looking healthy. We've been doing a lot of work around here. I know I haven't posted in a while, but we already dug our potatoes up. We planted some other stuff like peppers and a couple more tomato plants behind it. I got a lot of corn on my stalks here, hoping that we don't get rainstorms that carry a lot of winds. I've had in the past, and I don't know how to prevent it, but if anybody knows how to prevent it, your corn stalks from being blown over with these heavier winds. We installed a new compost area. So we did this not too long ago, the other day. So now we got a compost area. We got some, we got chicken compost from cleaning out pens, and we've got some wood chip in there. There's a whole lot of stuff in that. Anytime we process chickens, all our stuff that we don't use goes into the compost. We still haven't moved this pile. This is another part of the compost. It's not moved yet. But we took that little ring there. We're going to take that. That was where the compost was sitting in. We're going to cut that in half and make it two above ground planters. So, yeah, we always use what we have here at the farm. It saves a lot of money. So, that's what we do. You got to be innovative. You're going to get into homesteading or something like this, you gotta use what you have. Everything in this, the only thing I bought for this compost pile system is these 4x4s that you see in the corners. And I'm going to have to get one more because we're dividing it into 2 piles. We're going to have one that's kind of raw, and then almost one over here that's about finished. So we'll be, as we stir this stuff up, we'll be moving it back and forth to finished product, from raw material to finished product. So yeah, we used some pallets we had laying around. As a matter of fact, these pallets have been here for a while and I've needed to do something with them. We built out of pallets. That building right there is built out of pallets, and the coop next to it is built out of pallets. So the only materials I bought for that is like the outside sheeting, just to have something to cover it up with. We really didn't feel like messing with all those pallets and breaking them down, so we can put the pallet slats across and just cover it like that. That would have taken a lot of time that we didn't have. Yeah, it would have saved us some money, but then you're talking about pulling the slats off the pallets and taking the nails out and all the other stuff. This weekend is processing weekend. These guys are going to be graduating from coop to freezer camp. So we'll be doing that this weekend, June 21st. I got a girl in here singing a song, the egg song. These are the American breast chickens. I'm going to show you something else I've been struggling with this week with all this rain, and that is our pigs. Although we like to have water in their swimming pool, we don't want too much water in their swimming pool. These guys need some dry land. They're not sea dwellers, so they need some dry land to, you know, get out of the moisture. You know what water will do if you sit in it too long? It prunes up your skin, and you know, pigs are a little different. They don't sweat. They need a waller to go into to keep cool. I'm about to go out here and feed these guys and check their pen. So yesterday I took dirt because these guys have you know, they've rooted and everything else inside their pen. My gosh, these deer flies are killing me. But I've had to take some, you can see, I've had to take some dirt and build it up in here. And you can see that it's already starting to get sloppy. There's their waller. That was all the way over here. So we had some rains last night. I've been taking, like I said, and putting dirt inside their pens to try to build it up some, but you can see it's already starting to get sloppy in here. Already starting to get muddy. I put brand new fresh hay in there for them so they could lay down. I built up this area over here because it was starting to get sloppy. So at least with the hay they got something to go on. I hope these rains don't stick around too much longer. I think we're coming out of it, but we are going to go into a dry spell, which is good. I hope some of this dries up. But the problem with the dry spell is bringing the heat. So I'm going to have to keep an eye on that water right there, that water puddle. So we may have to end up filling up their waller, like I said. So hopefully, yeah, hopefully we start drying up a little bit. But we'll just have to keep an eye on this whole pen thing. You know, it's a little tricky with these guys, and these guys have gotten huge. I'm thinking we're already over 200 and some pounds. So yeah, so November is when these guys will end up going freezer camp. So anyway, it has been weather day after weather day here, and it's time to feed these guys. Hey, pork chop, you hungry? You are? All right, can I get a scratch? Can I get a scratch? Give me a scratch. Yeah, oh, let me give a scratch. All right. All right, buddy. Yep. So, one more thing that these guys use that waller for is like sun. They're in the shade. We got a good canopy over top of them. They're in the shade, but they like to roll around in it. It's a natural sunscreen for these guys. So they love this water, but like I said, they have to be able to get out of it. So we put a lot of hay up in there. You see where they bedded down at, right there and right over here, and you know, they got some shelter here. Look at this guy. Yeah, he's ready to eat. He's hungry, so I'm not gonna let him wait for their food any longer. It's breakfast time in the woods for these guys. We feed them twice a day. So I'm going to let y'all go. And, you know, I hope you all have a blessed day. And, man, I hope it stops raining a little bit. Let's say a little prayer that God stops this rain a little bit. And we needed it. But it's too much now, so I'm not complaining though. Like I said, it's helping our pasture out, so I'm hoping that we'll have I'm hoping. What are you doing, Crispy? What are you doing to your brother? Anyway, I got distracted. I'm just hoping that we'll have a little bit of a break, so let stuff dry out a little bit. Anyway, we'll talk to you soon. We'll see you next time in the woods.